Hey guys, I'm back. I've decided to try something different here. As I announced, I'm going to be moving on to add other things to my channel other than just wrestling. And another thing I really love, I love movies. That's right. I've always been the guy in the family that people would kind of ask recommendations, opinions, stuff like that. I was going to do a video talking about my 10 favorite movies of all time, but way too hard to pick just 10. So I've decided to do something a little bit different. I used to do lists on my Facebook page, like my top 10 favorite sitcoms that are no longer on the air, stuff like that. My wife suggested move it from Facebook to you. So I'm going to do my favorite comedy movies from the 1980s. That's what I'm going to start with. Now I'm picking the 80s because I was born in the 70s. I didn't. I'd rather do stuff from when I actually started watching, if that makes sense. Like I'll go back and do other stuff as well, but like I was born in '77, so when the '80s hit, I was 3. I want to start from there, but I am going to give an honorable mention to Popeye. That's the first movie I remember watching off the top of my head. Like it's always stuck out as the movie I remember. My first experience with Robin Williams. So that's just an honorable mention. You know, it's from the '70s. All right, now my favorite 80 comedies. Let's start out Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I'm pretty sure that's on most people's list for favorite comedies of the 80s. It's goofy. It's so far-fetched, but we loved it anyway. Let's be honest. Especially Cameron. Up next, I went back and forth on this one if it's even considered a comedy or not, but I found a list online of best comedies of the 80s. I kind of use that as reference, and it was on there, so I guess it is. The Breakfast Club. It's also one of my older sister's favorite movies as well. We grew up with that stuff, so. Breakfast Club. Up next, my favorite Whoopi Goldberg of all time, Burglar. I know a lot of people say Jumpin' Jack Flash, but I like Burglar, partly because of Bobcat Goldthwait. Really good movie if you haven't seen it yet. Up next is a really goofy one. A lot of people I talk to don't even remember it existed, which is shocking. Born in East LA with Cheech Marin. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Next is another one I wasn't sure if it would be considered a comedy or not, but apparently it is. It's like a black comedy, dark type thing. Heathers with Christian Slater and Winona Ryder. Great movie. Alright, I might take some flack for the next one. It's fine. I like it. If you don't, that's fine. It's a romantic comedy made for teenagers in the 80s. Can't Buy Me Love with Patrick Dempsey. That's right. Sue me. I don't know. I liked it. Alright, next one. Researching this list really brought back some memories. We watched this so many times as a kid. Like, Ernest Goes to Camp. Jim Varney is Ernest B. Worrell. Love Ernest. Love his movies, but that one was the one that stood out the most. It's the first one I watched. It stuck with me all these years. Of course, next, the original man-child, Peewees Big Adventure. That's right, Pee-wee. Now, for the next one, I remember seeing the next one in a theater with my friend Mike, whom I mentioned in another video. We went to the theater to watch it. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I keep hearing rumors of a third one supposed to be coming out. I wish they'd hurry up because I really want to watch it. Alright, the Goonies. Don't we all love Goonies? What a great movie that is. Oh. I want my daughter to watch it. I'm going to get her to watch it one of these days. She's slowly starting to watch other stuff, and that's going to be one of the mandatory viewings in my house, I guess. Love Goonies. Alright, last on this part is Revenge of the Nerds. That's right. It made me feel good as a kid to see the nerds finally get retribution. What are you going to do? Great movie. I say this part because there were so many great movies in the 1980s. I wrote down as I went. I realized I had like 50 comedies on my list. I narrowed it down to 30, right? That's too many. Got to 25, but I could not get past 22. So I decided to do 2 parts to this video. This is part 1 with 11. Next part will have the other 11. So I apologize. It's going to be a long one. I love movies. I can talk about movies all day long. So that's it for this one. Remember to like, dislike, hit that subscribe button down there. Let me know below some of your favorite comedies from the 1980s as well. Even if you weren't born yet. I don't care. If you've watched movies from the 80s, you can still have opinions. It's alright by me. I want to know your favorite comedies from the 1980s. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thanks.